Hi students, now we are discussing the chapter Heredity and Evolution. Today we will be discussing first about how do these traits get expressed. How do these traits get expressed? Or how does the mechanism of heredity work? As you know, cellular DNA is the information source for making proteins in the cell. A section of DNA that provides information for one protein is called the gene. How do proteins control the characteristics that we are discussing here? Let us take the example of tallness as a characteristic. We know that plants have hormones that can trigger growth. Plant height, plant height can depend on the amount of a particular plant hormone. The amount of plant hormone made will depend on the efficiency of the process for making it. Consider now an enzyme that is important for this process. If this enzyme works efficiently, a lot of hormone will be made and the plant will be tall. And if the gene for that enzyme has an alteration, or if it is having another allele that is recessive or less efficient, that makes the enzyme less efficient and the amount of hormone will be less and the plant will be short. Okay, like that, if both the alleles are less efficient, they will produce very less amount of that hormone and the plant will become short. Thus, genes control characteristics or traits. Sex determination in human beings. Sex determination in human beings. Determination of sex of an offspring, that is called sex determination. Factors responsible for sex determination. There are mainly two factors responsible for sex determination, that are the first group of factors are environmental factors and the other one is genetic factor. Environmental and genetic factors are responsible for sex determination in an organism. Environmental factors. In some animals, the temperature at which the fertilized eggs are kept decides the gender. For example, in the case of turtle. Here, in this case, we can say that here it is environmental sex determination is happening in turtles. Genetic factors. In some animals like humans, gender of individual is determined by a pair of chromosomes called sex chromosomes. In the case of females, as you know, the sex chromosomes are XX, and in the case of male, the sex chromosomes are XY. Sex chromosomes. In human beings, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, as you know. Out of these 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 pairs of chromosomes are called autosomes. Out of these 23 pairs, total 23 pairs of chromosomes are there, and out of these 22 pairs of chromosomes are called autosomes. And the one pair of chromosomes that help in deciding gender of that individual is called sex chromosome. That is 23 pairs of chromosomes are there in human beings. 22 pairs are called autosomes and one pair is called sex chromosomes. And as you know, XX, it's the one pair of sex chromosome in the case of females, and XY, these are the sex chromosomes in male. You can see how this sex determination is happening in the case of human beings. Here the parents, as you know, father and mother, and the genotype or the genetic constitution, as you know, here we are representing only the sex chromosomes. For male, the sex chromosomes are X and Y, and for mother or the female, it is XX. And the gametes, here you can see in the case of male or in the case of father, two types of gametes are produced, or two types of sperms are produced. One type with X chromosome and the other type with Y chromosome. And in the case of mother or in the case of female, only one type of gamete is produced, or one type of egg is produced with X chromosome. Here we can see that four possible progenies are there. Here you can see that if the X chromosome containing sperm fuses with X chromosome containing egg, it will result in XX, that's a female child. And again the X chromosome containing sperm, if it fuses with the X chromosome containing egg, it will also result in female child. If the Y chromosome containing gamete fuses with any of the X chromosome containing egg, it will result in one male child. Here you can see that 50% of the progenies are male and 50% of the progenies are female. Here you can see that half the children will be boys and half will be girls. All children will inherit an X chromosome from their mother regardless whether they are boys or girls. Sex of children will be determined by what they inherit from their father and not from their mother. Here is one question for you. First question. Here 3-4 questions are there. It's the first question. What are the chromosomes XY and XX known as? What are the chromosomes XX and XY known as? What is the answer? Yes. That is XX and XY are known as sex chromosomes. Second question. The image shows the traits present across generations of a family. Based on the image, what can be inferred about the eye color trait? Here you can see some of the individuals are having brown eyes and some other individuals are having blue eyes. In the first generation you can see that is in the box shape or that square that represents the male and the circle represents the female. In the first generation you can see the male organism or the father is having brown eyes and the mother is having blue eyes. But here they have 3 progenies. In the second generation you can see they have 3 progenies or 3 children, all are having brown eyes only. And in the next generation their daughter got married to another person, he is having brown eyes and their kids two girls. Okay, two kids are having brown eyes and one boy is having blue eyes. And that blue-eyed boy is married to one blue-eyed girl. And here all the progenies are blue-eyed. Okay. Question is, based on the image, what can be inferred about the eye color trait? How is it inherited or which type of trait it is? Okay. The options are acquired trait because both male and females have it. Option B, acquired trait because it is expressed in all the generations. Option C, inherited trait because it is expressed in 2 different colors. Option D is inherited trait because it depends on the traits of preceding generation. What is the answer? Yes, here the answer is option D, inherited trait. It is inherited trait. Here in this diagram you can see that if the parents are having that characteristic, then only that brown-eyed characteristic or character or trait is shown by the next generation. That's why we can say that option D is the correct answer. It is inherited trait because it depends on the traits of preceding generation. Question number 3. An individual is tall with black hair and free earlobes. The individual learned to play football from his father and got a scar on his forearm in a match. Which table shows the correct classification of his traits into acquired traits and inherited traits? Here in the question you can say that different characters or traits are given. One is tall, black hair color, free earlobes and he can play football well and he has a scar on his forearm. Okay, these are the traits. You have to classify these traits into acquired and inherited traits. The options are given. From the options, you have to select the correct answer. You can see the options. Option A, tallness, black hair and free earlobes are acquired traits and ability to play football and scar, these are inherited. And acquired traits are height and hair color And inherited traits are earlobe shape, ability to play football, and scar. And option C, acquired traits, ability to play football and scar. And inherited trait, height, hair color, and earlobe shape. Acquired trait, ability to play football, height, and scar. And inherited traits are hair color and earlobe. You have to find the correct answer. 4 options are there. Okay, from these options you can see that first option, tallness, black hair and free earlobes. You know that these characteristics are actually, these are not acquired, these are inherited traits. Okay, we already discussed about it. Height of an organism and hair color and earlobe characteristic means type of that earlobe is actually inherited characteristic. It is given an acquired trait in the first option, that's why it's a wrong option. And option B, height and hair color, it is given as acquired trait. Again it is also wrong answer. Here in option C, acquired traits are ability to play football and scar. Okay, these are the acquired traits. During his lifetime he acquired these traits, ability to play football, and he is having one scar on his arm, right, on his arm, forearm. These are acquired traits. That option is correct. And here inherited traits are height, hair color and earlobe shape. These are inherited traits. Okay, that's why we can say that option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer here. Question number 4. Humans have two different sex chromosomes X and Y that we learned today. Based on the Mendel's laws, a male offspring will inherit which combination of chromosomes? The question is, a male offspring will inherit which combination of chromosomes? That is mainly which combination of sex chromosomes? A male offspring will inherit which combination of sex chromosomes? Option A is both the X chromosomes from one of its parents. Option B, both the Y chromosomes from one of its parents. Option C, combination of X chromosomes from either of its parents. Option D, combination of X and Y chromosomes from either of its parents. This question's answer, you have to find it out. And for the answer, you can see the description box of this video.